Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at some key reasons why FINRA do not want to release the blue sheets and what can be done in order to get access to the blue sheets. We're also going to be looking at ticker symbol MBOT. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, let's have a look at what's happening in the market. So the first headline here from the Wall Street Journal, the S&P 500 treks higher as investors prep for the Fed decision. So this Fed decision is going to be key. And if we go over to Yahoo Finance here, there is now talk of potentially going into a bull market. It states here the S&P 500 closed up more than 20% from the October lows, and Thursday marking the start of a potential new bull market. So this is good news here. So if we get good news in terms of the Fed decision, I do expect this to continue. Let's start by having a look at why FINRA will not be willing to release the blue sheets easily and why this is not also often not done. So this is a post that I shared earlier. So in response to Mark Beerseel's petition, what I stated here is, according to FINRA, providing blue sheets would interfere with FINRA's ability to complete its investigations and frustrate FINRA's mission of protecting investors and safeguarding market integrity. So they are saying basically that they don't want to do this, and this is the reason why they don't want to do this. So what I have done here is I've stated, according to that terminology that FINRA are using, if we put that in another way, in my opinion, this also means we cannot protect MMTLP investors, because this would mean we'd not be able to protect other investors. So tell me if I'm wrong, but that is how I read this obviously argument presented by FINRA. So let's have a look at some two responses to this post. First response here from Del S, who stated, "That's some funny shit. How stupid do they think everybody is?" And I do agree with that. It is definitely funny, and it's funny but not funny. Rare DD has also stated, and the U3 halt was to protect hypothetical investors that might have somehow been able to sell after the 8th while sacrificing more than 65,000 actual investors and preventing a company from moving forward. And obviously FINRA does not operate on logic. So that's their argument, and I think that argument certainly needs to be challenged. So what I've done in Bard, which is similar to ChatGPT, I've asked the question here: do FINRA provide blue sheets publicly? So the answer from Bard is no, FINRA do not provide blue sheets publicly. Blue sheets are confidential documents that are used by FINRA and the SEC to investigate market manipulation and insider trading. So information is not normally available to the public, so not a surprise there, because obviously this data, this information would certainly highlight lots of potential irregularities. It could highlight lots of potential market manipulation. So it is just between FINRA and the SEC. So FINRA does not release it without a court order. So that is precisely what it will take. However, I think one thing I would like to add on to that, I think it could also be released with a subpoena from Congress. So that is what is going to be required. So that's why FINRA are holding on to this advantage that they have as what they call a self-regulatory organization that has full immunity. And this needs to be challenged, because precisely why we need this data is because of market manipulation and possibly some insider collusion stroke insider trading. Before we look at MBOT, another shout out here to Brandon, who's posted, "I'm still looking for an argument for why the shares were illegally traded. Just because MMTLP said they weren't supposed to trade doesn't mean anything. So who registered the QSIT? Once that happened, it seemed to be fair game." So this is another thing that we need an investigation of, and we have certainly not had an answer to so far. So what Mark has stated here, one way or another, I'm sure there will be a court somewhere that will decide what happened, and thank you for covering this. So I think I do agree. I think eventually we are going to get to the bottom of this with regard to proof. We more or less know who it was. We know who the nefarious actors were, but we need this conclusively proved. So let's now have a look at ticker symbol MBOT. So before we start, shout out here to Leonard, who has been tagging me and asking me about this stock. So what he said here is, "Hi Ali, can you look at MBOT in a video? I think this could be the next AMD stroke Tesla play for us, with fully robotic surgeries and medical devices coming. So they've just done 3 offerings. Now they have $15 million in the cash, and their market cap is only 20 million. So certainly very, very low float. So let's start straight away by having a look at the profile of the company. So obviously it's trading on the NASDAQ, ticker symbol MBOT. It's a preclinical medical device company, so it's not involved in drugs or pharmaceuticals, but it's only involved in medical device. So it specializes in transformational micro robotic technologies, with the goal of improving clinical outcomes for patients and increasing accessibility through natural and artificial lumens within the human body. So certainly something very forward-looking. They're aiming to improve the way surgical robots are being used today, and also looking at eliminating the need for large, expensive, cumbersome equipment. And obviously the company believe that this system that they have, technology that they have, has also got potential to be the first system to democratize endovascular interventional procedures. So very positive overview there of the company. Let's now have a look at the chart. So what I'm sharing here is the 1-month chart for ticker symbol MBOT, also known as Microbot Medical Incorporated. And what we can see over the previous month, it is up approximately 146%. Also over the previous 5 days, it is also up approximately 42%. So certainly it's in a strong bullish momentum, and we can see the first significant spike here happened on the 22nd of May. And what we can also see here, at that time, it did cross the $4 mark. It has come down since then, and it's currently trading at closing price on the Friday of $2.61 with a strong upward trend. However, I do expect some pullbacks along the way, but let's have a look at, first of all, the corporate profile on the website. So we can see here it's a preclinical medical device company specializing in research, design, and development of next generation robotic endoluminal surgery devices. So again, that's very similar to what the profile that we also stated and saw. And the next thing I'd like to focus on is the latest breaking news. Again, according to Leonard, we can see confirmation here from Yahoo Finance. The company have announced the closing of a $1.5 million registered direct offering priced at the market under NASDAQ rules. So that's positive for the company. It does give them significant amount of cash. So in terms of the announcement, obviously that is looking at a common stock purchase price of $2.1375 per share. The gross proceeds from the offering were approximately $1.5 million. So before deducting any of the fees, and obviously in terms of that, it's going to be used obviously on the expansion development of their applications. So hopefully that will be positive for the company. And final thing I'd like to share with regard to the company is first headline here from 5th of June 2023. The company also has got a 2A grant for endovascular surgical robotic system. The funding is also going to help the company develop the manufacturing process linked to the Liberty robotic surgical system. So again, more positive news for the company. So let's now have a look at the analyst rating. So HC Wainwright have just recently reiterated Microbot Medical with a buy recommendation. So positive news there also from the analysts. Finally, I'd like to finish off by giving a quick review of our weekly watch list, where some of the stocks that we called out did fairly well. So first of all, we looked at CVNA, that was up 21% on the week. IoT, that was up 18% on the week. AKRO, that was up 14.6% on the week. VNDA was up 7.4% on the week. RAIN, that was up 1% on the week, but there was also a couple of opportunities to get returns between 8 and 10%. PATH, that was up 8.5% on Monday to Wednesday. Then there was a sell-off and it closed down 6.2% on the week. So not all calls are successful. So if you certainly would like to join us in our Discord, get the next weekly watch list available prior to trading on the Monday, you can join us. Details are in description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.